Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
Xiao Zhan was once the instigator of cyber violence. Now he is also sentenced. Xiao Zhan's black fan teacher was forced to execute for cyber violence, and the school criticized him for damaging the image of teachers. Xiao Zhan has been hacked many times, including professional black fans and fans of opponents. Xiao Zhan was involved in the 227 cyber violence incident and apologized, and now there are irrational fans repeating the same mistakes. Recently, one of Xiao Zhan's black fans was forced to execute for illegal acts, and this incident has attracted widespread attention. Shockingly, this black fan turned out to be a teacher in school. This news not only angered netizens, but also made everyone think more about the moral responsibility of the profession of teachers. As a teacher, his duty is not only to impart knowledge, but more importantly to be a role model for students and cultivate their correct values and outlook on life. The words and deeds of teachers directly affect the growth and development of students. However, the teacher's behavior of attacking Xiao Zhan through cyber violence seriously deviated from the professional ethics and social responsibilities that should be had as an educator. This irrational and radical behavior not only destroyed social harmony, but also made people question his identity as a teacher. The problem of cyber violence has become increasingly serious in recent years, especially when celebrities are facing attacks, which is more likely to cause excessively intense speech. Everyone should express their opinions rationally, respect others, and should not vent their emotions through malicious attacks. As a disseminator of knowledge and a practitioner of morality, teachers should set an example, respect the dignity of every individual, and convey positive energy. For the teacher's illegal behavior, the society should give illegal sanctions. Everyone is equal before the law, and no one can be above the law. In particular, the profession of teachers should assume their social responsibilities and moral obligations. I hope that this incident will trigger more people to think deeply about cyber violence and professional ethics, and at the same time remind everyone that no matter what their identity is, they should always remain rational, respect others, and jointly create a more harmonious social environment. Recently, Xiao Zhan's cyber violence incident has attracted widespread public attention. A teacher attacked Xiao Zhan as many as 152 times through cyber violence in the past year, and always refused to apologize, with an extremely tough attitude. This behavior not only violated the law, but also had a serious impact on his identity and responsibilities as a teacher. After learning about it, the school quickly took criticism and education measures, emphasizing that the professional value of teachers is far higher than the so-called traffic stars. This incident has once again triggered a profound discussion on cyber violence, fan culture and social responsibility. The cyber violence that Xiao Zhan has long suffered is not only from attacks by professional black fans, but also from the hostility of fans of his main opponents. Under the influence of fan circle culture, some fans often fight back desperately to protect the interests of their idols, and even resort to malicious abuse and personal attacks. This extreme behavior has seriously deviated from the rational support that fans should have, and has brought adverse social impacts. It is speculated that the defendant may be a fan of Wang Yibo, but no matter what the motive behind it is, cyber violence is an intolerable behavior. As a public figure, Xiao Zhan is indeed under pressure and criticism from all sides, but this kind of behavior that uses attacks and abuse as a means, no matter in which field it occurs, should be severely punished by law. Teachers should be role models for students and convey correct values and morals. Attacking others through cyber violence not only violates basic professional ethics, but may also have a negative impact on students. The school's criticism and education is a proper response to the teacher's inappropriate behavior and a reflection of society's zero tolerance for similar behavior. I hope this incident can cause more people to reflect on online violence and fan culture, and jointly create a more rational and friendly online environment. After The Untamed became popular, the dispute between Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo's fans has escalated, especially the dispute caused by the novel Falling, which has lasted for 5 years. Xiao Zhan's fans have always believed that the author of the novel is Wang Yibo, although there is no conclusive evidence to support this claim. This incident reflects the fierce competition and excessive emotionality in the fan circle culture. Fans often attack and abuse in various ways to defend the reputation of their idols. However, this unreasonable dispute and malicious speculation will not bring real benefits to any party, but will aggravate the negative impact on social morality in the online environment. Against this background, a teacher with no background chose to stand up and participate in this dispute, and showed the momentum of barefoot is not afraid of wearing shoes. Her attitude is very tough and uncompromising, but she did not realize how this would damage herself and her school. Regardless of what profession they are in, the behavior of public figures will affect their image and reputation. As educators, teachers should have higher professional ethics standards. Participating in this unwarranted cyberviolence not only failed to uphold the so-called justice, but also implicated the reputation of himself and the school. In fact, it is not without reason that Xiao Zhan has suffered cyberviolence many times. On February 27, 2020, some of his big fans attacked an online writer in an online incident, causing the relevant website to be paralyzed, causing a huge social impact. Although Xiao Zhan responded afterwards, the subsequent impact of the incident still continues to this day. Because of this, Xiao Zhan is also often a victim of cyberviolence, although many of the attacks come from the overreaction of extreme fans. Behind cyberviolence is not only the confrontation between idle fans, but also the lack of rationality and tolerance in the online environment. Whether it is Xiao Zhan or Wang Yibo, as public figures, their fans should be based on rationality and respect and avoid overly intense confrontational behavior. Society should also strengthen the crackdown on cyberviolence, especially the behavior of the education industry, and public figures should be more standardized and set a positive example. Xiao Zhan's role in the 227 cyberviolence incident has been controversial. After the incident, Xiao Zhan failed to stop the excessive behavior of some fans in time, and even denied in multiple interviews that he had difficulty managing fans. This attitude triggered a strong reaction from the public, with many people believing that he failed to take the responsibility, especially in such a serious cyberbullying incident. Although Xiao Zhan eventually apologized publicly due to public pressure, this apology failed to quell the controversy, but instead exacerbated the tension between him and his fans and cast a shadow on his image in the public's mind. Similarly, this irrational teacher also embarked on the same old path. She was involved in the dispute between Xiao Zhan fans and Wang Yibo fans on the internet with a tough and uncompromising attitude. She did not realize that as an educator, her words and deeds should bear greater social responsibility, rather than indulging in meaningless online disputes. Her behavior not only harmed herself, but also had a negative impact on the image of the school. In the end, this impulsive and radical behavior led to her punishment and accusations from public opinion. From Xiao Zhan to this teacher, the behaviors of both have similar lessons. No matter what profession they are in, public figures and educators should be extremely cautious in their words and deeds, especially at a time when cyberbullying and fan culture are expanding. Behind cyberbullying is not only the venting of emotions, but also the lack of responsibility. Everyone, especially public figures, should shoulder their responsibilities, convey positive energy, and avoid bringing more negative impacts to society. On November 5, 2024, because the person subject to execution, Wang Maomao, failed to fulfill his obligation to make an apology, the court issued an announcement announcing the civil judgment on the dispute between Xiao Zhan and his network infringement liability. According to the judgment, the defendant Wang Maomao has published 152 insulting and defamatory infringing content in the past year, seriously infringing Xiao Zhan's right to reputation. The court ruled that Wang Maomao must publicly apologize to Xiao Zhan on his account involved in the case, and compensate for mental damages of 8,000 yuan and reasonable expenses of 3,600 yuan, totaling 11,600 yuan. Although the court has made a judgment, Wang Maomao has not fulfilled her obligation to make an apology. After trying many times to evade legal responsibility, she was eventually enforced by the court. The court not only requires her to publicly apologize on the account involved in the case, but also enforces the compensation. It is understood that Wang is an in-service teacher working in a school in Wuhan. Her malicious attack has not only aroused widespread social concern, but also caused public anger and disappointment. As a teacher, she should have the responsibility to educate and guide students, but she chose to participate in cyberviolence and maliciously attacked Xiao Zhan. This behavior seriously deviated from the professional ethics and social responsibility that teachers should have. The public generally believes that Wang's behavior not only hurt Xiao Zhan, but also damaged the image of the education industry. Many netizens have expressed their strong disgust with Wang's behavior and said that they should be held accountable according to law. Netizens have supported Xiao Zhan's rights protection actions, believing that cyberviolence has become a social disease that needs to be severely cracked down through legal means. Cyberviolence is not only an infringement on personal reputation, but also a destruction of social order. As a victim, Xiao Zhan's legitimate rights and interests should be fully protected, and those who wantonly attack others should also be punished according to law. This incident once again reminds us that cyberspace is not a lawless place, and everyone's words and deeds should bear corresponding responsibilities. Especially for social public servants like teachers, their behavior not only represents individuals, but also represents the benchmark of professional ethics. For Wang Mao's behavior, the society should give a clear legal response as a warning to avoid similar incidents from happening again. At the same time, we also call on everyone to treat online speech rationally, respect others, and maintain a good online environment. Xiao Zhan, a male actor and singer from mainland China, has gradually emerged in the entertainment industry with his outstanding talent and hard work. In 2015, Xiao Zhan participated in Zhejiang Satellite TV's talent development talent show Burning Boy as a contestant. This experience laid the foundation for him as an artist and also allowed him to accumulate a preliminary fan base. However, what really made him well known was that on June 27, 2019, the ancient costume fairy drama The Untamed was broadcast on the online platform. Xiao Zhan received huge attention and enthusiastic response for playing the role of Wei Wuxin. The complexity and depth of the role of Wei Wuxin in the play gave Xiao Zhan a broad space for performance, which won high praise from the audience and critics, and made him one of the most popular actors at the time. The Untamed not only enabled Xiao Zhan to take a solid step forward in his acting career, but also promoted his singing career and other aspects of his career. With the success of the drama, Xiao Zhan accumulated a large number of fans and quickly became a top traffic star in the Chinese entertainment industry in a short period of time. Since then, he has participated in more film and television works, and has continuously expanded his career in the fields of music, variety shows, etc. Although Xiao Zhan has achieved remarkable success in his career, he also faces challenges from online violence and pressure from public opinion, which continue to affect his personal image and public life.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.